It's trunk or treat. I need you.
Yeah, and as treasurer last year, there was significant pizza bought.
There was?
Yes,
Yeah, that's right, somebody did bring pizza to the, when we were decorating.
But the church paid for it, you're saying?
some of it.
Really?
We'll have to revisit that.
I'm thinking of the subs, but that was the Christmas food.
I paid for the subs.
Yeah, right. You did, you got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's another subject.
Okay, so,
And yours-
Sandy,
yours
you're
pizza?
the, are you the one that's coordinating or working out the logistics for this trunk or treat stuff?
With Pat's help, yes.
Okay.
And
And
we're
Jane.
just now starting to get our act together.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I did order the bags, I did get the cards printed. We just need to coordinate the trailer and the decorating and costumes.
Oh, I received the $50 check deposit
Oh, good,
that we had, paid to Bark for Life.
good.
I thought they were gonna hang on to our check, but they mailed us, they cashed our check, and then they mailed a city check back to me for $50.
Huh.
So, in the future, y'all need to check and see if somebody expects another deposit,
Well, when they ask for it, I'll let you know.
or just go ahead and pay it, and I'll someday reimburse you.
When the money's there.
And
You're very good
all
about
of the
that.
lights for the trunk or treat, those are in the shed? Your pool house? The lights, all the lights we bought last year, we cleaned out the 2 hardware stores from the LED Christmas lights? You won't have of them.
Yeah.
You guys can work on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They might need those for trunk or treat, that's why I
Okay.
brought it up.
Okay,
Where are they?
Okay,
The
work
new
on
ones.
that outside
We'll-
of council.
I know, yeah.
You have all of them, okay, all right.
Okay. Moving on to new business. 2-minute blurb, and then we'll spend the rest of the meeting on charge conference. Nevada's for the Common Good is having, it's been in the bullet, in the green sheet last, they're having a 3-day leader training. Both Sandy and Pat went to the 3-day training last year. But they're also having what I thought several people might be interested in. At the end of that training on Sunday afternoon, November 16th, it's a 3-hour session. It's at Nevada State College, so it's just barely over the hill at the Wagon Wheel exit, an issues conference. And they're really going to be presenting what issues they are going to be acting on in 2015 related to the elderly, immigration, an update on what's continuing to happen in terms of sex trafficking, and the beginning steps on education. And there is no fee to come to that issues conference, but the space is somewhat limited. So if you would like to come, please email in so we have your name on the list and we reserve a space for you. So.
Something on the immigration part that may come up. Late last night and early this morning, all the news channels have now moved the Ebola scare over to the undocumented illegal aliens coming from Mexico. So in the next couple of weeks, this is going to be headlining.
So they're blaming Ebola on undocumented?
They're saying that, we're doing all this work at the airports, but yet, Mexico has people traveling worldwide, and therefore, the poor without access to health care, yada, 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 they're coming through the border, so it stands to reason they too shall be
Yeah,
bringing the
ISIS is
virus.
coming through the border too, what I heard on the news last night.
So that may
ISIS
even
is
be an
coming through the
issue.
Mexican border too.
Immigration.
That might
Or to
be,
some
the
idiot
main
from
thing
Texas.
that they're looking at right now is it's in Nevada statutes that anybody who graduates from high school here, anybody who graduates from high school here is eligible to go to college on in-state tuition. They're eligible for scholarships and that. But not many people know this, and even school counselors don't know that, so they're not advising students. So that is, at this point in time, that's one of the key things that they're looking at in terms of immigration, is just disseminating information on what is the existing law. Enough of that, charge conference.
Charge conference, okay, so, I sent out an email to everyone this week that had pretty much the schedule. Did y'all get that? You're all
Mhm.
fully aware, you've read all your things, you know what you're supposed to do.
Perused it.
You perused it, we got time, we still got 2 weeks.
I didn't need things, I mean, I don't have anything,
Yeah,
I've got nothing relative to charge conference and me having to do something.
But there may not be, there's probably not a specific meeting that he needs.
no, but you've got, I
But
mean,
you've got other.
we all have
We'll have a
forms.
responsibility.
Right, I mean, I had
Input
sent
at
out
charge
the
conference.
link to,
Look at this more carefully.
yeah, well, that's why we brought it up.
Which date are we talking about? The one Thursday?
The
The one,
23rd.
well,
23rd?
it had information about both. And I didn't print it, but basically, we've got 2 meetings that we're preparing for. The first one is the 23rd. That date, we have, our SPRC group, I believe that's first. Let me pull
No,
it
I
here.
think Jen and I with the church council are first at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock, yeah.
Correct. So it's 2 meetings going on at that time. One will be the church council chair and 2 representatives, so we need to decide who the representatives will be.
I would like Jen to be, because she's
Well,
gonna be
yeah.
chairing the meeting on that.
Well, you're chair and
We're already
co-chair.
included in
Right,
that
so
one.
we need 2 more,
Two more?
two
Two more.
more
To meet with a lay leader?
to meet with the lay leader.
Okay,
That's on
No,
Monday.
to meet with, yes.
yes, to meet with lay
Yes,
leader.
yes.
Yeah.
So we need to select 2 other representatives to meet with them, and then also at 5 o'clock, SPRC will be meeting with Candace. So 5 o'clock, SPRC, Candace meet, council chairs, and 2 representatives.
This is on November 9th.
No, no, it's the 23rd.
This is the 23rd. These are meetings with Candace.
Would we
Oh,
want to
okay.
have, either the lay leader or the, alternate lay leader and the treasurer?
Yes.
Well, certainly.
Well, the lay
Because our
leaders-
mission and outreach doesn't.
You think the assistant lay leader should be there because you're meeting
Let's-
with the lay leader of
Right.
the district.
Yes, and because Pat will need to be with the SPRC.
Ah,
Oh,
okay.
okay,
So
so,
Julian, are you free?
So they
that
don't, that's
23rd?
really not,
23rd,
because, well,
yes.
no, then there is a meeting
Thursday.
at 6 o'clock
Yes.
with the lay leaders and the pastor with Candace and Jerry Bolt, so they will
Take a
already
night off
speak,
from work.
have
Oh,
opportunity
they're
to see
meeting
lay
at
leaders.
6.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys are meeting.
So the
no,
2
yeah.
representatives really
Okay, you
could
don't have to be
be not people, members of this council,
Okay.
oh, okay.
right? So let's think of 2 people who,
You mean just 2 members of the congregation?
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
so who are 2 people that are active?
I think Shay Jones would be good.
She was in my head just now.
No, she
Okay.
would be good.
I'll be glad to ask her.
Thank you, Jen.
Mhm.
I would suggest possibly either Heather Gaylord or possibly,
One of the Demonos might be good.
Demonis would be good. Marlowe's, somebody in that family would be good.
I would like to suggest Fred Demano so that we get a male perspective and a female perspective in our representatives.
Good idea.
And if
Oh,
he's.
the hunters also.
Okay.
They're gone all October.
Oh,
Oh, the
Okay.
Demonos, okay.
so we're saying Shay and Fred Demano?
That sounds good.
Now, if Fred's not available, by all means, Joyce Demano would be fine, or Heather Gaylord. Jen, do you want to
Okay.
contact all of those?
Okay, I can do that, or
Thank you.
Joyce, or Heather. Okay, I'll start with Fred first, and ask and Shay too.
No, that's the lay leaders meeting with the,
No, church council chair,
and
2 representatives, meeting
Jen,
with.
Jen and
the-
Julian.
No,
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 no, no.
Barbara and I meeting with the lay leader for the district,
Along with
Jerry
Shay.
McGuire.
along with Shay.
Right,
and
good.
Thank you.
Good,
Okay.
I
I
think
never
that's
know
good.
who he is, but
Yeah.
McGuire, okay.
And then also happening at 5 PM is SPRC, and I'll get with Linda to make sure, I know she's working on her forms, and I am as well. Then at 6 o'clock, the pastor meets with the lay leaders with Candace and Jerry. And then at 7.
That's you.
That's me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then at 7 o'clock is open to everyone in the church.
I'm sorry, 6 o'clock, Candace meets with,
Pastor and Pat and Julian as lay leaders with Candace and Jerry.
She'll forward you the email, that's all in there, that's all in the
Yeah.
email.
And the email, Terry, is dated October 4th.
Oh,
okay.
And the charge conference is the,
Title.
reference, yeah.
Okay, is that 6 o'clock meeting, or the 5 o'clock meeting? Which meeting is the one where they do your evaluation?
It's
And
Thursday.
which
5 o'clock.
meeting,
This Thursday.
and then which meeting is the one where the compensation,
5 o'clock.
all of that occurs then?
Oh, the SPRC.
With
Meeting with
SPRC,
Candace.
5 o'clock.
Okay, well, just so everybody knows, I have already sent to Linda Robichaud the complete, filled out compensation package.
Thank
So
you.
she's got it.
Thank you.
Sandy, you need to re-sign your personal contribution to the pension thing, which I've got that form in there also.
Excellent, thank you.
It's all there.
Thank you.
And then at 7 o'clock is the open meeting for everybody.
Yes,
in the
and I could
congregation.
use some help on that piece of it. The actual forms and everything, you know, we're all working on getting that done, and I don't really have concerns about that. Terry, are you helping Rick again with his trustee report, or?
is Rick even gonna be here?
I don't know. I'll reach out to him and just confirm that, I mean, it may be something we can
If there's
just
something
fill
I
out
need-
similar
If
to
there's
last
something I
year.
need to do, let me know.
When are we having a meeting and has it been
It
reserved?
has been reserved here on that
Do you-
23rd.
Okay. Am I supposed to go on the conference and get the treasurer's forms, or do you have them, or?
I have them, do you want me to email them to you?
Yeah, and send me Rick's, and I'll go ahead and do that part again.
Okay, so then at the 7 o'clock meeting, and maybe what we need to do is just identify a couple people who maybe would like to get together separate from this meeting to work on this. What Candace is looking to do is, they are going to share, she and Jerry briefly at the beginning, about their hopes and dreams for the North District. Then she's looking to have a group discussion time around these 4 questions. Mission, vision, and values, what ministries have we begun because of that? How has discipleship changed in your church because of our clarity of purpose? What is our current involvement in the community? What are you discussing in areas of worship, new faith communities, and leadership development, which was all based on this little brochure from the conference. I did send you the text from this in the email as well. But what I envision is if we could have maybe a couple people who are prepared to start the discussion, so that, I know a couple years ago, she had a list of questions, and she tossed a question out, and we were all deer in the headlights. So I'm thinking if we could maybe divvy up somehow, so that
Or
a
maybe
few
the-
folks come
yeah.
prepared to say, oh, yeah, here's what we've been doing this past year, so that we prepare ahead of time and not just off the cuff that night.
And I'm thinking brainstorming might be better.
Okay.
If we get together sometime, I know it's one more meeting stuff, but, when you hear somebody else say something,
Yep,
Yeah.
it stimulates you to think,
Right.
oh yes, and then this happened, or we did this, or we thought about that, and, cause if I have to answer just like one question in my own input, I'm gonna hit a deer in the headlights.
well, and
That's
that's,
just me.
I guess my question is there a few folks from this table, and maybe we can even ask some of the maybe our reps that we're
Okay.
considering, if we could get together early next week and do that kind of brainstorming. I don't mind typing it up as we do it so that we capture that information. But then basically divvy up who's going to be the shill
The
in the group.
spokesman, yeah.